Hello, guys. Welcome to my show. Welcome to Monotology 101. And my name is Mona Cooker, and your friendly blogger. Today is Sunday, and I want to discuss about Asian hate. That I'm so sad that there are so many incidents of Asian hate, not only here in New York, but also in all over the world. Just this morning, I read about a Black Lives Matter activist. She's an activist, and she's in UK. It's so sad that she was in critical condition, as according to CNN News, that she was shot in the head in London. Her name is Sasha Johnson. So it says a British Black Lives Matter activist Sasha Johnson is in critical condition after being shot in the head in London, her political party said on Sunday. It is with great sadness that we inform you that our own Sasha Johnson has been brutally attacked and sustained a gunshot wound to her head. This is very sad, and that our leader women, are uh, being killed in such a brutal way. Hello, hi Ria, how are you? Yeah, I know. We should stop Asian hate. This is really terrible, terrible news. And it's not only that. It's not only in UK, but can we imagine? I was like, can we imagine if this happened in New York or here in the US? There's gonna be a civil war for sure, because as we know that there is a large of women activists. I mean, Black Lives Matter here compared to other country like UK, and because here in the United States, there's more Asian hate and different types of racism in the US. So that's why we can't blame them that they are really fighting this kind of hate. And not only that, guys, and the reason why I said, uh, I know that I always support Black Lives Matter, but I will say all lives really matter. So here's another sad news, and he's a Jewish guy. It says it's also a CNN news. It says a Jewish man who was victim of a gang assault in New York says the level of hatred was troubling. So this guy is 29 years old Jewish man who was attacked in New York City gang assaults last Friday, that he could not understand why there was so much hate directed at him. His name is Joseph Borgen. Um, said he doesn't want revenge on the crowd that punched, kicked, and pepper sprayed him while shouting anti-Semitic slurs on Thursday night, but he wondered about the level of hatred. So, the 24 years old suspect, Wasim Awadi, has been arrested by the NYPD. Awadi was arraigned in criminal court Saturday, according to the statement from Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus R. Vance. Office has been charged with assault in the second degree of as hate crime and attempted gang assault in the first degree. Jesus, that's really scary. Even okay, the vegan tita say Ria is my relative, my cousin in Canada. So hello, Ria. Yeah, she said even in Canada there is also a extreme racism, Asian hate, and this is troubling because just now the reason why I started to do the live blog today, because just a while ago we are watching television, and there's a news as of This happened this morning. Not sure if it's 8 o'clock, and there's an Asian guy who is like around 35 years old who've been pushed in the subway track in here in F train, and it's in, I think it's in Queensboro. It's in somewhere in Queensboro subway station. This is not so far from us because it's also part of Queens. So that's really troubling. And luckily, the guy was pulled up. Someone, a good Samaritan, helped him, pulled him out of the truck, and he was rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital because of like I think he has a like a head injury. Probably he felt bad, and somehow he hit his head, but fortunately he's alive. So it's really troubling in the sense like the government official here in the United States already been alarmed, and they are already what you call this, um, sending a lot of cops and around subway station, but still it's still happening. So I don't know what's gonna happen to us. So this afternoon, actually, while I'm not even reading this news yet, this early latest news that I heard. Oh, actually, we are planning to go out tomorrow. Uh, tomorrow, and today we plan to go out. My friend and I, Tintin, one of my cousin wants to go. We want to go to somewhere, but we cannot meet somewhere because we're both alone and we're scared to go to the subway station. So it's not really safe for Asian people like us to go alone in the subway, and I will directly say this to all Asian people not to go alone in the subway and on the street of New York without companion. It's good uh, to be with someone because you really don't know what can happen, because as we all know that in the news from the past, there are several Asian people, especially Filipino people, being slashed in the face with knives. There is another woman who had been just walking, going to the church. She's a Filipino American, and suddenly a man attack her and punch her and hurt her badly. And there's this just to recap, this Chinese old woman who'd been attacked by a white person too. It's terrible. What's happening to our world? Why is there so much hate, guys? And now, I never been so scared in my life in New York City before, guys. I'm telling you, I've been here for 20 years. I live alone in Upper Manhattan. This is a Spanish Harlem where, it's very diverse. There's a lot of Puerto Rican, there's a lot of African American, there's a lot of Italian and Asian Filipinos. I've never been scared in there, like I can freely go to work without, even this is after 9/11, you know, I mean, I never been so scared like walking in the street and fear that I might be attacked. It's not being just because I'm already old. Let's face that sometimes your age matter when you're becoming fearful when you're already like this age than compared when you are younger. It's not about that. I'm still like in I mean, I'm still not fearful person, but this kind of thing that is happening around us, like being slashed in the face, punched by like a 6 foot person, and push in the subway. This is something really to be scared about. So what I'm saying is we have to be careful, and we have to stop this kind of hate and racial discrimination, because we all should work and live harmoniously, because we are all brothers and sisters, no matter what you say, no matter how hate you. That's because I look like Chinese, you're gonna hate me. That's not gonna be, that's not the way how to live in earth. We are all children of God, and we should love one another and care for one another, because this is how it is. We have no choice but to live together. So what if he is Jewish? So what if she is Chinese? So what if she is Filipino? We are all brothers and sisters under this universe. We have to love and live harmoniously. So this is really scary. And last, actually, I have a very bad like experience last. I think that if that is not last week of February, it is first week of March. I went to the I went to Asian market, and bought a lot of groceries. So it may be like 85 bucks, and I put it in the trolley. So do you know the trolley, like the big one with the wheel like that? So I stop everything there. There's papaya, lots of seafoods, fish. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's very heavy. There's apples. I have upo. You know what I mean? Like the Filipino vegetable, and it's really heavy. So I'm so in a good condition. This actually this subway station here nearby us has like three stairs. Maybe the stairs is like there's like 12 steps each, or maybe the last one is like higher than the two. So I was able to lift that, I don't know how many kilos of grocery bag, and the two stairs. So I carry it, and I'm so proud of myself that, oh my God, I'm strong. I can carry this. So on the third stairs, I start having a what you call this, like a shortness of breath, because you are wearing. I am wearing a mask, and when I am very tired, I think everyone in my age will have the same experience, that you're gonna catch your breath, and you won't be able to carry it anymore. So I said, okay, I cannot carry this anymore in the third stairs. So I will just drag it, and just little by little, and just holding the rail. So I was like, oh, I cannot. I am right-handed, so I have to pull the troll in my right hand and hold my left on the rail, so that I have a force, and I won't fall. The thing is, I'm in the wrong way. I know that I'm in the wrong way on that stairs, that I should occupy the right side. But I think, like, okay, it's not so crowded, you know what I mean? Nobody's passing, so I can use the left lane. So I started dragging my trolley in the left lane of the stairs. When I was in the middle, a white woman, a tall woman with the heels like 2 inches, and like all of a sudden pop up on the top and start screaming at me and pointing finger like that. She said, "Move," she said. So I was like shocked. I was like, oh my God, here I go, I'm in trouble. So I raised my hand like that. I said, how can I, this is too heavy, I'm sorry, but I have to. But she started yelling at me like crazy, and saying bad things. So I lost my patience. Of course, I have to say something, and I started screaming too. And when she passed, she kicked my trolley, and she jabbed me with this elbow and kicked my trolley. The second kick, I really lost my patience, and I kicked her again. So I kick her again. I kicked him for the first time, I mean to say, because that's the second time. I cannot pass. I cannot let that pass anymore. And then what happened is, I said, she's really crazy. She's gonna hit me. And when she started, uh, she wants to hit me. She moved in the middle of the stairs, where she cannot. If I kick her a second time, she will fall from the seven or six, stairs down. And in my second thought, in that seconds, I know that my blood pressure is is going up so fast. I'm started having a breathing problem. I'm so mad. It's so unfair that why people, it's so mean. They are why it's so unfair. I why do you have to scream at me? Why you cannot even think that I am not a young person. I'm not a teenager who can carry fast a very very heavy trolley. And why do you have to scream at me and kick my trolley like that? You know what I mean? So I was like in a few seconds, I was like, oh God, if I kick this woman, she will be hit in the stomach or maybe in the breast, and she will fall backwards, and I might gave her an accident. I don't know where she's gonna be and ended up if I kick her. So I said, oh my God, I cannot hurt a person, like that. I know, I mean, she's not a good person, but no one deserves to be hurt like that. You see, I'm still very considerate. I still don't want to hurt a person. I'm just doing my thing because of self-defense. That I just fought back because I just want to show her that she cannot hurt me just like that without a fight. So, you know what I mean? But I don't mean to hurt her, like because if I kicked her in that second chance, oh my God, I might end up in, you know what I mean? Gonna be in a big trouble. And aside from that, my blood pressure I know is very high. So I said, if I, sometimes you have to choose between left or right. Are you going to do this? Are you really gonna be need to prove you are right and hurt a person, or you just walk away because you have to take care also not her but you love yourself. You don't want to be with people who have no respect, who have no moral values, who are so mean and evil. Just walk away if you can. So I choose my path. I just walk away. I just let her, hit me in the arm. I just defend myself because she might hit me in the face. So I just defend myself with my. She hit me here, and anyway, I'm wearing a thick jacket those times, like a winter jacket. So it's not really bad. So I said, okay, that's it. I don't want to hurt a person. I know I can hurt her badly, but I didn't do it. So when I went home, I took my blood pressure, and my blood pressure, you're not gonna believe it. It's 210 over 105. You know what I mean? If I didn't leave that situation, I can die. I can have a heart attack anytime on that situation because my BP is really so high, and this is what I call self love. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're so angry, you don't need you don't need to be with these people. Like you don't need to deal with these people. And it's so sad that this is going on. Not only I know that that woman is crazy and probably she's gonna do that again to other Asian people because I don't want to say the word, but she yelled at me. Maybe she thought I'm Chinese. So that's the thing when have a lighter complexion, you have these eyes, small eyes, and all they think is when they look at you, they think you are Chinese. So that's my experience, and that is not my first experience. Last year during pandemic, also I think that's before the pandemic. I'm sorry. I think that is when the pandemic got so very bad, but it's already like progressing. We went to a restaurant. We call it Irish Banter. We are regular there, and you know what? The receptionist didn't give us a seat. And can you imagine we're regularly eating there, but if that is not hate, what do you call that? The restaurant is almost empty. There are only like three table that is occupied. But she said, you have to wait. We waited for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. And then I told my husband, I said, we're waiting so long. Why don't you approach her? So he approached her. And the receptionist said, no, you have to wait. I don't know why we have to wait. So I really don't get it. It's not even half full. There's only three, and there's a lot of tables. So I said, okay, let's wait. I'm so hungry already because supposed to be our brunch. And we've been regular there for many years. Almost every Saturday we're eating there. But the thing is, the receptionist is new. So she doesn't really know us, I mean. And then, so we waited. And this scenario already I lost my patience when a couple of white people came in, a couple young people like maybe 30s, in their 30s. She was so nice. She gave the seat right away. Right away, she gave the seat. So I was like, what is that, Steven? I told my husband. I said, what is that, Steven? What's wrong? And, Steven is like so patient. Actually, sometimes Steven is patient and things some like that, maybe he's in the mood that day. But me, I lost my patience, so I confronted the receptionist. I said, why you are asking us to wait for 20 minutes already? We're so hungry. It's empty. And then here's the white couple, both white couple, and right away you gave them seat. And she said, oh no, don't worry, because I'm gonna give you a special seat. I was like, what is the special seat for both of us? So that's the actually the second time. And the first time is in the grocery, where a Karen, you know like, also kicked my basket just because I left my basket on the floor, and she wants to pick up some banana, and she kicked my basket, and just told her, Mom, you don't need to kick. It's in my video. You can check it. I actually recorded when I confronted her, but it looks like I was the one who is like harassing her, because I didn't get the shot where when she told me like I should go back to my country. So that's so bad. So anyway, you gain a lot of views though. It has like 900 something views. But if I it's like I'm not so good on getting my camera and take the video during this is happening, because when you're stressed out, you don't have this presence of mind to be vigilant and get the your camera and take a video. Hold on a second. Vegan Tita said, I feel, yeah, it happened to me here. I just walked away also, although he didn't hurt me physically. It didn't hurt me emotionally more than it hurts me physically. That's even worse. Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that, Rhea. I know the feeling. Oh God. I'm drinking tea. I know it's everywhere. I thought it's only in the US. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, Rhea, that it also happening in Canada, where uh, I know we are all know that Canadian are very, very peaceful people, and compared to the US, Canada has a very good reputation when it comes to like peace, and discipline. You know what I mean? So especially to compare to New York, I've been in Canada. I think 2001, 2000, or in Niagara Falls and in Toronto. So yes, it's happening all around, and so it's worse here in New York. I think the worst part is in New York, and I think, I'm not sure if since we're in California, but I'm hearing also in parts of LA and San Francisco. You know, Sandy said, I had to pay for an apartment in Chinatown than Chinese. So thank you for coming, Sandy and Ria, for watching my show, and everyone out there. So so this is really very sad, and Asian hate should stop, and any kind of hate. I know that this what happened to this Jewish guy with being mobbed is political issue. You know, he is a Jewish. My husband is Jewish, and the one who hurt him is like a pro Palestine. I'm not gonna say my political view, but I think that's very wrong. Even we don't want what's happening in Israel and Palestine. For example, we are pro Palestine. I don't think that's fair to hurt a Jewish people who is innocent people. You know, this is not his fault. If there's a war in Middle East, why are you gonna hurt a Jewish people here just because of for example, his political view? Leave him alone. I mean, you can express your political view, but hello, don't hurt. We don't need to be violent to express our political view, right? So that's very sad, you know. And what I told to my husband, you know, this hate is just becoming a cycle, you know. People hate this particular minority group or race, and then it's just like circling around. It's just going back and forth. They hate this, and you know, it's like that. So our hate will not go anywhere. It's just very toxic. It's very toxic. It's not gonna help everyone. What will you get if you harass me in a subway just because I look like Chinese? What did you get? You just make yourself angry. You just make other people angry and in danger. This woman who harassed me in the subway, I would say, is an it. I'm sorry. I don't want to say a word because the algo will ban my my video. He has no intelligence, I would say. Why? Just because you're white, you think the other race is is uh is a lower class, or you're gonna treat them like, you know, a nothing, like they're a thing. You know, I mean, you know, sometimes educated people, it's not about education. This is about how you respect people. You know, respect for me is very very important. I grew up, I get old, and I want to respect every human being, every little things that has uh, that are li- that are living things, not only human. I want to respect. Actually, I want to be a vegan too, but you know, it's hard. It's hard. I was once, but I think that is sometimes necessary. At least to reduce killings of animals, you know, and because it's too much negativity, you know, in this earth, too much negativity. Probably the reason why, you know, there's. I'm sorry, I don't want to be sounds religious or what you call this, but what's happening to me is questionable. Why is this happening to humanity? This pandemic. Probably God wants us is sending us a message that we have to, you know, subside our greed, our overuse of um, you know, exploitation of nature. You know what I mean? I think God is sending us message that we should stop this hate. You know, and why is this happening? That we have to quarantine. I think this is how, like, it's like our parents when we did that something bad. Vegan said jealousy. Hello, John Mario Uvas. How are you, darling? Welcome. Thank you for coming. So what I'm saying is, you know, there's so much hatred that God gave us. Probably this is a pandemic, allowed this pandemic to happen because they want us to learn. They want us to quarantine and think. Because even in the Bible, in the Old Testament, you know, the God, you know, asked the Ezra, remember his people, the Israelites, to stay in the mountain for 40 days. Why? They want God wants us sometimes to be isolated, to think clearly, to unwind, to reflect, to see what's happening inside us, in our mind, in our heart, in our society. That's how what God. But I think this is not effective to some people. This is not working in other people. Like they still, instead of improving because of the quarantine, because during quarantine we need to reflect and look at our within ourselves and the society, but it's not working because they don't want to, and instead they spreading hate. So it's really sad. Thank you, John Mario Ubas. Yeah, I want to read. I want a response to vegan tita when you said jealousy. Yeah, I don't know if that's what you call jealousy. I don't know, because for me there are really certain people. It's not only just because they are white people. I feel like this is my opinion on that. People always think that they are better person or a better one than the other, no matter what race. Even you're Filipino, you're Americans, you're Chinese, you're Canadian or American. That is the nature of humans, that they always wanted to be superior to everyone. They always taking pride, sometimes too much pride of themselves, that I don't know, sometimes probably you're right, Ria, big and tita is correct. Also, is sometimes jealousy, maybe. And also because I'm trying to think, what is that? What is that hate coming from? Where is that coming from, that hate? Like when you are, for example, being like treated like crap by other person. Why? I'm thinking that this person is not really happy, or in her life or in his life, because you know what, because if she is happy and satisfied, she will not feel that so much hatred in her heart, and she will not look for trouble. She will not think about bugging others, or I mean hating others, you know. But probably sometimes like psychological. This woman who who attacked me in subway. This woman who said I should go back to my country. What makes them so mad at Asian people? What? I didn't bring the virus here. Hello. There's no such thing as like that. Oh my god. My I'm Big and Tita said, I mean, people are changing. Like here in Canada, we're really well known as being friendly, nice, polite. That's why was surprised myself. Maybe too much social media has something to do with it. Could be. It's also maybe part of it. I'm sorry, I have to drink my green tea because I have a little itchy throat when I'm talking so much. So yes, probably is also part of social media. Sometimes social media, too much social media is not really good. That's why I before I was so super super active in social media, but now I find it very toxic already. People are so mean, and sometimes you have no choice, but you you are your tendency is to respond from mean people. And I'm sorry, very ignorant post. You can't control yourself not to respond. You know what I mean? Because you know that this is very wrong. And like me, I'm like a humanist. Like I don't want people to hurt people, and not concerned about other people who are less fortunate. And then you will just ignore this kind of like topic or comments that are really really very unnecessary and mean, and I feel like very insensitive, sometimes, you know and now I really subsided, I mean, I don't go to social media that much. And although I'm just concentrating on making nice video, actually that's the reason why I tried to start blogging. I said, okay, I'm just probably YouTube is much better than really Facebook, because it's full of toxic in Facebook now. And some other people, I don't want to be so critical, but you know, you hear this, for example, like that. I read that news about hate, and then you will read something. Some people who would just laugh and say, it's like they deserve to get hurt, because that's also their political view and ignorant view. And of course, you will force to respond on that, and then that's going to start of the debate, and it's so toxic. It's not helping us, because I realize that no matter how you convince person, no matter how good your views, your political views, or whatever kind of opinion you have, you cannot correct an ignorant person. You cannot you cannot what you call this, convince them from their belief, because it was fixed there. You know what I mean? It was there. You cannot. There are people who are like that. They are very, very shallow mind. They are not open to anything. When they believe of something, that's what they believe. If they believe that, oh, Chinese people bring the virus and they should be hated because they are this and that, and that's it. They will not accept anything, any opinion, any any kind of your explanation that will never wake their mind, because that's how they are already. You know what I mean? Even in the Philippines, this the politics there is, I mean, it's so bad. Like there's the DDS and the Dilawans, and they will attack each other. It's really, that's how toxic now in social media. So I prefer to stay in YouTube most of the time. It's for me, it's more creative. And though YouTube has a limited for limitations for political view, but it's still okay as long as you're not saying profanity or what. And as long as it's not violent, you're not saying mean words, it's fine. They will still monetize your video. But it's not like, unlike in Facebook, that people are becoming so mean. So that's my news for today. And I hope and pray that the woman who, the Black Lives Matter leader in UK, is will recover. She's in a critical condition. I hope she'll be okay. And I don't know. Only prayers can help. And I'm glad this Jewish guy, Joseph Borgen, is doing good. I mean, she did not critically hurt. And I hope there's gonna be a election here in New York City, and we need a new mayor and governor. I think, I'm not sure. And I hope that the next mayor and governor will be more stricter against Asian hate and all kinds of hate. And I wish that there will be more cops in the subway and all around the city to protect, this kind of violence, because it's very unhealthy. I cannot go to the grocery by myself anymore. I'm telling you the truth. Just going to the grocery, I have to be with my husband, My husband doesn't want me to go alone in the subway too, and I really cannot go alone. I I feel like I was traumatized the last time, and that's the last time I went to the subway last I don't know if that's first week of March. And after that incident, I don't want to go out for a while, for maybe a month. I don't want to go out. I'm just going out here in the garden around, and I don't want to be in trouble. I am a very patient person, but I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be attacked because somehow I know you know what I mean. I'm the person that I don't want to be provoked. If and I thank God very much. When that happens to me, when that happened to me, I'm still in my presence of mind. I uh, i still avoided to hurt badly the woman, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm taking pride of that I have no criminal instinct. Because if that happened to someone, probably someone already will get hospitalized, you know what I mean? And my goodness. So I don't know. They said you should bring a pepper spray in your bag. The thing is, when I want to order this in Amazon, it's not allowed to deliver here in New York State. I don't know why. It's only a pepper spray, darling. I don't know why New York. I should probably um I should probably have a petition for that. Why we are not allowed to order pepper spray on Amazon? You know what I mean? So, but then Tintin, my friend, told me that there's a available pepper spray somewhere in the Queens. I don't know, in the street, I think. But I hope I can see it before I made one. Like this spray that you can open. I put some chili pepper on it. I'm so desperate because you when you're living in New York for 20 years, I became so vigilant, but still I'm becoming a victim, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. I misplaced it. So when this gets bad, really, really bad, I don't have it. I cannot find it. So I don't know what to bring for, for self defense. Oh, the alarm. Ria said, try the alarm. It's pretty loud. Yeah, I know. Probably I have to do something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not really going out alone. I'm always with Steven. Steven is retired already. So I'm glad that I would be able to be with him. Like he can accompany me whenever I want to go. And that's an advantage. So, oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Okay, there's 193 reports of anti-Semitic incidents. Let's read this. While police said it is unclear the individuals involved in the assault in New York were part of the protest in Times Square, New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo described Borgen as having been assaulted by protesters. The New York Police Department Hate Crime Task Force tweeted that it is investigating the incident, and Cuomo directed the state police hate crimes task force to offer assistance. I unequivocally condemn these brutal attacks on visibly Jewish New Yorkers, and we will not tolerate anti Semitic violent gang harassment and intimidation. The governor said Friday those of all faiths, background, and ethnicities must be able to walk the streets safely and free from harassment and violence. We encourage people to express their views, to participate in rallies for whatever cause they believe in, but no one has the right to engage in violence, hate speech, or intimidation, said Ibrahim Hooper, a CAIR spokesman. We understand that passions are high, but that's not an excuse. excuse for inappropriate behavior, he added. The Anti Defamation League ADL said on Thursday that it has received more reports of possible anti Semitic incidents since the conflict broke out in Israel, with 193 reports in the week after the crisis began, up from 131 the previous week. This is this happened because the war in Middle East, the Israel and Palestine war, incidents. It's becoming bad, and I don't know why they have to be violent with each other here, where you can just express your own political opinion without violence. I don't know why they are like that. John Mario Uba said, the bottom line of everything Ate Mona, so racism and discrimination will be phased out, is to love one another, acceptance. Exactly. That's what I was telling, that whatever whatever kind of race we are, no matter what color skin we have to live harmoniously under this universe, because we are all children of God. I don't believe. That's why I'm sorry to tell everyone that I really don't believe in religion. I really, I always believe that there is God up there, but that's my really. I don't believe anymore in religion, because religions just divide us. It's one of the thing that makes humanity uh, in trouble. Even in the history, when you read the history, no religion can claim that they are peaceful. Even Christianity, even I was born Catholic. And until now, I would say I still have in my heart the part of being Christian, but I will not say that Christianity is the most peaceful religion. Actually, how many millions of people being killed just in the name of Christianity. I'm sorry. And even Buddhism. Buddhism is promoting peace and love and harmony, but so many people being killed by Buddhists. You know, a lot of Muslim people been massacred in what country is this? And it's going for many years. You know, and that's why religion is not everything for to me. That's my opinion, and I'm sorry that I know guys, you guys have your own opinion, but let's respect it. But it's just that it's not only race, but also part of it is religion. Sandy Munston say, I carry pepper spray, whistle, brass knuckles, two cameras, steel pipes, stun gun. Actually, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm also bringing a screwdriver in my bag since this happened. Since this happened as March. Even I was with Steve. I'm always carrying a screwdriver. I'm really so scared. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really so like I got, because it's too much. In a year, if you experience racism in a year, this is it's that's too much. Don't wait until one person just kill you and just on the street, like this woman, Filipino woman, who was just going to the church early morning. She passed in a building in West. I don't know if that's 100 West 135 Street. It's a Fancyville area in Park Avenue, I think. And this 6 foot guy, I just suddenly attack her. You know, she ended up in a hospital. She ended up in a hospital. Just she's going to the church. So that's why I'll say, like, you never know when it's coming. You're so happy outside. All of a sudden, that's what happened to me in the subway. You're so happy. You're so peaceful. You're in the mood, and all of a sudden, here's a woman, a white woman, who's so mad at you just because you s- you walk on the left side of the stairs, and she cannot understand that you're carrying heavy stuff and you are not a teenager, or you're not strong enough to carry this stuff. She doesn't have that compassion. She doesn't have that understanding. All she feel is hate. But she look at my eyes and I have these small eyes, and probably she can tell my hair is black and I have a fair complexion in my forehead, and she think I'm Chinese. You know, so I was like, this is too much. I don't know what's happening in the humanity. So I'm so happy and thank I want to thank YouTube because I read something that YouTube is like helping to spread the stop Asian hate. So I, actually I supposed to do the live stream about Asian hate, and I turn it off because I'm not happy with the that live stream. So I just put it in private, and I'm also like um I thought that YouTube will not like this title, so I just make it private. But this one I said, okay, probably if they are campaigning for anti-Asian hate, and maybe I should do one live stream black. So here it is, and I hope this gonna pass on Asian. I'm gonna pass. I hope this will pass on YouTube algorithm, because sometimes they don't want this to monetize. They will just put it in something like they screen it, and they're strict, and I understand that. That's why I'm trying to avoid to say some like strong languages, because the algorithm doesn't like that. YouTube doesn't. YouTube, when algorithm sense that, they will block your video when demonetize it. You know what I mean? So you know, I also Sandy Monson said ties. Yeah, I there's I forgot what you call it. I saw something in YouTube that this thing like when you whip it to the person, it's like it's like for self defense, like it's really gonna hurt the person. But Jesus, I don't know if you have time to pull it and if you wanna defend yourself. If you have something like that, the person who's gonna harass you should be like at least far away from you, because you cannot whip a person who's already on you and attacking you. You know what I mean? So it's really hard. It's really hard. We really need to say something about this and to stop Asian hate. And thank God that Cuomo right away responded to this uh, anti-Semitic uh, anti-Semitic violence. But I think, I don't know if I'm right, that Mayor Cuomo didn't say right away against Asian hate until it got very worse, you know. So, yep. Umbrella is really very good. Umbrella is also very good self-defense. The one that is long, that not the folding one. It's really very good, because that happened to me, because when I was working in the Philippines, I'm always third shift and night shift. You know what I mean? From Cavite to Taguig, I always work night shift and have to travel long, and I always see to it that I have something, and the long umbrella is very good, I would say. But when it's so hot, it's especially not going to be summer. I don't know if you are willing to bring a long umbrella in the in the subway station. It's annoying to bring it all around, especially when you're going to restaurant. You have to carry it. So, and the thing is, another scary part in us is because we don't have a private car. I Steven doesn't want to buy a car. He said we can go, like, because here in New York City, it's it's accessible because of the subway train, and the bus is all just like across the street. But the thing is, you're exposed to the public. You know what I mean? You have no privacy. You really need to be with other people in the subway, in the bus. Same thing. So I don't know. Don't know if a car is a solution. You know, probably that's gonna help you if you wanna avoid this kind of thing. Like I don't want to be pushed in the subway. Oh my god, can't imagine that. So many people. I remember that last year there's also one person, a Filipina. Before I think this happened during before pandemic. A Filipina who is working in a rich family, millionaire family in Park Avenue. She was in the subway when she was pushed by a mentally unstable person. She died instantly. So sad. So sad. That is one of scary thing that can happen to you. Can you imagine early in the morning you're rushing going to work and all of a sudden you just fall in the subway and just because you were pushed by a mentally unstable person. There's a lot of mentally unstable here in New York City, I'm telling you guys. And you don't know who they are. That's the thing. You don't know who are these people. Sometimes they look normal, but they are not. Because you know why? Because here in New York, so much individualism here, in the US. People don't care about you. You don't know who is your neighbor. That's why, and there's a lot of a broken family. That's one factor. And you see, I mean, I think compared to Philippines where I grew up, the US has very high mental illness case because of individualism and I don't know. I think that's what I'm saying. And I also when we talk about healthcare, universal healthcare, if you are poor and you have a mental illness, you cannot just go to the doctor without health insurance. But if you compare in the Philippines, there are so many poor people there, but because Filipinos are naturally happy people, and we have a culture like helping each other, helping our neighbor somehow. You can speak to anyone in the neighborhood. We don't have high individualism there. I mean, there are cases of mental health, but genetic. It's genetic. It's not. It's more of genetic issues than like just because you're alone and you have no support. You know what I mean? No moral support. And many here in America are atheists. They don't believe in God. So what is your support when you hit the rock bottom, right? So I think that's part of it. Sandy Munson said, "I felt safer in Thailand than USA." Oh, the same as Stephen felt safer in the Philippines than in the here in New York. Yeah, drugs also. You're right, Rhea. Always look over your shoulder. Oh yeah, you have to be really vigilant when you're walking on the street. I'm a street smart. Actually, I because since 17 years old, I'm working like crazy. I go to Cavite, to Taguig, to Divisoria. Divisoria in Manila, it's a crazy area where you can buy a lot of what you call this because I'm into like buy and sell. And you have to be street smart, otherwise, pickpocketers are all around the Visoria. Uh, well, I heard that I heard a lot of nice things in Thailand actually. With I heard that my Steven's nephew went there this year and they like it. They like it, and probably when we visit Philippines, we're gonna visit Thailand too. I want to bring Steven in Thailand, and I hope these things will be over this pandemic. And the secret is vaccine. We have to be vaccinated, no matter. I was encouraging people to be vaccinated because if we don't do this, we'll be like this. We'll remain like this forever. We cannot travel to anywhere, and the hate will be spread. We'll never heal. We will never heal as one nation because the COVID-19 affected many of us mentally and emotionally. Many people who have shallow perceptions. They just want to hate Chinese and Asian people because they think that we brought the COVID-19 here in United States and everywhere. I mean, this is an accident. You don't hate one person that you saw on the street because you think that you feel that it's her fault. That's why there is pandemic, regardless of her skin color. That is very wrong. We have to love each other, people. Come on. We have to love each other. We have to live in harmony. Hello, Poppy's Blog. Welcome to the show. Yeah, okay. There's another Canadian here. Si Poppy's Blog. Poppy is from Canada. And the vegan tita, her name is Ria. She's is also in Canada. She's in Toronto. So welcome, Poppy. Yeah, so vaccination is really very important, and I hope the Philippines also will have Filipino people will have vaccination regardless if they are poor or rich or people who cannot afford. I hope they will get it because my cousin just passed away. Kuya Terry Profeta passed away a few weeks, just like maybe 2 weeks ago, and he was in a he was in a clinic for more than a week and gonna transfer to a real hospital because the hospital that's treating COVID-19 is full. There's no place for new patients. You have to wait, and his family, been looking around everywhere for a hospital, but he cannot be hospitalized. He is diabetic. He has a problem in the heart, and he needs to be put on ICU. And he just been stuck in one clinic, a family clinic. Though this clinic is owned by a very good doctor and a very nice person. I know him personally, and he helped a lot of people in our barrio. But this is only a clinic. You know what I mean? It's incapable to treat a such a severe case of COVID-19. So upon they found finally a hospital who's treating a COVID-19, but it's too late. After just one day, he passed. So it's really sad, man. It's really sad. So that's really affected my family so much, because he's a very good person and he's very young. He's only like, I think Kuya Terry is only like 60 years old. So rest in peace. Sandy Moonston said, KKK hates me. Oh, KKK hates everyone. Yes. So, all right, guys, I reached the 1 hour live streaming. Thank you for coming, and thank you for your time. And please take care of yourself wherever you are. If you are in the Philippines, please protect yourself. Get the vaccine. Wear mask. Uh, Stay at home if you can, as much as possible. If you are in Canada, wherever you are, um, and let's spread love instead of hate. Let's pray harder, and let's respect each other's opinion. Let's, regardless of your religion and your political belief, regardless of our skin color. Let's love one another and live harmoniously. I love you all, guys. And thank you so much. I hope you keep on supporting my channel. All right, namaste. Thank you so much. Bye bye.